Hello everyone and welcome back to another GTA 5 online video, where in this video I'm going to be trying to start yet another series. This time where I take a look back at existing things that have already been added to GTA Online and use personal as well as community knowledge and experience about whatever subject is in the video to hopefully make a pretty comprehensive and or entertaining guide about said thing. And in this first installation of the series, I'm going to be talking about the Oppressor Mk2. The Oppressor Mk2. The broomstick, the annoying thing, the death of GTA Online as it is. Whatever you want to call it, it is quite possibly one of the most interesting pieces of content ever to be added to any video game ever. It's a real showcase of just how much a game can change so long as money is involved, and its overpoweredness is undeniable. For example, if you're looking for something to, say, take out aircraft, you could have this massive multi-missile launcher that has fantastic tracking missiles, a fantastic lock-on range, and fires a whole bunch of missiles at a time with unlimited capacity, but is slow, requires the use of stilts to be able to use the missiles at all, and takes a bit of time to make ready for action. Or you could just have this bike that not only travels faster, it can fly, it has the same kind of missiles, it can be caught next to you in an instant, even with the recent nerf that was introduced in the Diamond Casino heist. We're taking another look at the Oppressor Mk2. The Oppressor Mk2, an icon of Grand Theft Auto Online, unfortunately, released as part of the Afterhours DLC back in 2018. Quite a while ago, and yet despite the infamy that it's caused GTA Online to suffer since its release, GTA Online is still up and at 'em. When it first released, I had some mixed opinions about the thing. Would it be as broken as everyone else was saying it would be, or would it have some kind of flaw that would make it somewhat balanced? Back then, I had the opinion of the latter, but it would seem that most others had to agree to disagree, which is fine, but you have to consider a few things first. First of all, you can't just go out and buy the thing. There's quite a few hoops that you have to go through to even obtain the thing. Firstly, you need to spend a few million on a nightclub, and then you have to spend some more cash on some weird truck thingy-majig, and then after that you can finally purchase the bike. With basic machine guns, so you then have to buy the rockets, and then if you want to call it in really fast, you also need a motorcycle club business and yada yada yada. There's a lot more than just the bike itself when it comes to the bike. So money is quite a big obstacle for anyone loading into GTA Online for the first time hoping to blow up some random tossers in sports cars or Chernobyls. This makes the Oppressor Mk2 a rather late game piece of hardware, unless you spend money on shark cards or follow Gypsys' video, or just get a modder to drop you the cash. So it's safe to say that it's going to be a bit of a while before Johnny Random gets his hands on the thing. Secondly, you have to consider the platform that you're playing on. There's a few ways that you can take out an Oppressor Mk2. You can use an orbital cannon, which is boring and stupid. You can get good at dogfighting in an aircraft, or just get another Mk2 to take them down, but that's kinda like putting out a fire using an explosion, or you can do it how the cool guys do it. Poe! The problem with this is that it's not easy, but you can make it substantially easier if you have the right gear. In real life, using a PC and a small device called a mouse. Mine flashes red and blue because it's like a police mouse. It arrests Mk2s. Just grab an explosive sniper rifle or man a turret on an insurgent or something, and you'll hit that sucker more times than his dad does when he gets home from work. But let's say you don't care about being sniped half a mile away, and you don't care about getting forcefully booted off the thing once in a while because a modder is trying to be that white knight and is preventing Oppressor from being used at all. Well, the Oppressor can do many things, and many things well. For one, it's hella fast, so if you need to be anywhere but here in less than 10 seconds, Few vehicles can match the Oppressor in this regard. Because it's classed as a motorcycle, it can also be augmented using the Motorcycle Club business abilities, allowing you to spawn the thing next to you in an instant. This was nerfed a little bit later on, making it so that you could only call in an Oppressor Mk II using an MC business once every few minutes, but you could still physically walk up to anywhere that is parked and still grab one. When you are on the move, its top speed is fast, really fast, and what's better is that it doesn't really matter what you're flying over. On the road, off the road, no road at all, this thing gets you around really fast, making it one really good workhorse for doing pretty much anything you damn well want. Want to get to the top of Mount Chiliad really quick? Use the Oppressor. Want to get to your submarine really quick so that you can fire off a missile at someone who's on top of Mount Chiliad? Use the Oppressor. Need to get to your facility to blow up a submarine because the guy in it is trying to fire off a missile at some guy who's on top of Mount Chiliad? Use the Oppressor. And I think if the Oppressor Mk II was just a hoverbike with no weapons at all on it, I think it would have been a much more welcome addition to the game. But it isn't. It's more than that. Out of the box, the thing comes with machine guns, which are about as good as taking an airsoft gun to a paintball field. So everyone who had one always went for the much better option of missiles. There was a cannon option that you could opt for instead, and while I've seen some videos of people making damn good use of the cannon, its slow rate of fire made it rather tricky to use in most circumstances. Yeah, everyone went for the missiles because not only are they easier to use and are more suitable for more occasions, they have some of the best tracking in the game to this day, and even if you can't lock onto whatever you're firing at, like foot personnel, with some practice you can hit pretty much anything that you want, so long as they don't hit you first like if you're on PC. And when there's something chasing after you, if you're on the Oppressor, you have all of the luxuries that full-size fighter aircraft have, like flares and chaff, so there's little that can stop this thing outside of manually fired weapons like sniper rifles. And hot diggity damn does it feel good to snipe an Oppressor out of the sky using an explosive sniper, though I find that pretty rare in my case nowadays, as I always prefer to equip fire rounds on my sniper rifle, so that I can cook all of the BST noobs to death so it kills them in one hit. Now, like a lot of things in GTA, the Oppressor Mk II came with a whole plethora of glitches, all of which somehow made this already overpowered machine into a friggin' demigod. I'm not even kidding. When the thing first launched, players very quickly found that if you didn't hold down the throttle and just weave up and down like so, you could go really, really fast. The Oppressor also has a glitch which, until the making of this video, I could have sworn Rockstar patched out, but as I've seen, it seems to be still possible. Basically, just press yourself up against a vertical wall like so, and you can begin to fly upside down. It's a bit disorientating to fly at first, but if you learn to control an Oppressor Mk II while flying upside down, you can give yourself a pretty big advantage against pretty much anything that flies. For one, your vertical adjustment went from slow as hell to
ludicrous speed! Go!
This allows you to very easily outmaneuver your opponents, and you can even avoid even the most tracking of bludgers. I asked people in the community what they thought of the Oppressor Mk II. Did they use it for combat? Did they use it for getting around really quick? Well, there was quite the response from the community post that I left, more than what I thought there would be. After having a good read of the majority of the comments, it would seem that most people, well, people who follow me at least, seem to use it for constructive purposes, making use of its ludicrous speed on all terrains and ability to fly, with a slightly smaller percentage of people making use of it on NPCs because of its combat capabilities. I've seen a comment of someone who mentioned that they got a mod pack just for the sole intent of kicking people off of oppressors, for good or bad as that may be. Some people say that they refuse to use it because they would prefer to use something that's a bit more down to earth for doing missions while keeping the Mk II ready for those times that they really need to take down that mofo. Me personally, Well, the odd time that I do actually play GTA Online nowadays, I use it for getting around when I need to do a chore, like doing one of English Dave's stupid missions. But hey, that's the Oppressor Mk2. Let me know what you guys think about this vehicle, and also let me know what thing you would like me to revisit next in a video. I want to do more of these kinds of videos provided they get a decent response from the community. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I will see you around, folks.